not a fun ending. Thanks for sticking it out with us, folks.
Sickening, in fact.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I want to ask who won this trade question, okay?
Yeah.
In 2018, the Toronto Raptors traded to the Spurs DeMar DeRozan, a first-round draft pick that would end up becoming Keldon Johnson.
Okay.
And Jakob for Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard. Basically a championship. So they traded DeMar DeRozan, Jakob and Keldon Johnson for a championship.
Kawhi and Danny Green.
Yeah.
So the Raptors won the trade?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they got a championship out of it.
Yeah, if there's a championship in there, you win. I mean,
right.
That's what you play for.
Because, obviously, Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard are not on the Raptors anymore, and they've left for nothing.
So if you look at
the Raptors are left with nothing for them.
Garbage. Correct.
But
and Vliet.
They won a championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Just checking.
I think pretty much I have always said, and this is why, when we talked about baseball with the trade deadline, if you're a team that's close, you got to go for it right now. Because if you win a championship, I do not care what happens after that. If you made a trade that puts you over the top to win the championship, you won the trade. Now, there might be the other team might have considered themselves winners too, depending on the situation they were in. But if you won a championship due to a trade or it pretty much had a huge factor on you winning the championship, you won. Mm-hmm. I mean, a championship is just, they're so hard to come by in all sports.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to start the pick six because it is just tip off on one of my picks here, and that is when Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green meet up at 9 p.m. tonight for Pistons-Rockets Summer League game.
Rockets.
Pistons.
Give me the Pistons. The Rockets already got their dub.
The biggest Pistons game since the finals in 2004?
I'm going to watch it. It's on ESPN. All right.
Massive implications here.
Definitely. Got to know who's really better.
Yeah.
All right. Bills and Lions preseason game.
I'm just going to roll with the Lions. Why not?
Yeah.
It's a home game, right? And they're playing their starters in the first quarter. That's definitely an opportunity to get out ahead. I don't know what the Bills are going to do.
Or Jared Goff breaks his leg.
Yeah, then it's
then we know that we get the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
True.
You got nothing to lose here.
There's comfort in this.
Dude, it's so nice to have a crappy team where you don't have a lottery. It's so nice that if the Lions really suck, we just get the first pick.
Right.
We don't have to worry about a lottery. We don't have to worry
we might
about
get the 4th pick. And it's wait, what?
Yeah.
If these teams get the first pick, they get the 7th pick. It's okay.
Yeah, that stinks.
I still think the worst 2 NFL teams should play each other to get to determine the number 1
Yes,
pick.
they should. On instead of the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Instead of on Pro Bowl weekend, they do all the Pro Bowl, do the dodgeball game and all the stupid crap. But they don't play a game. They do the 2 worst teams play for the number 1 pick.
Yep.
All right. The Tigers versus Orioles tomorrow. It's Tarek Skubal versus Matt Harvey.
Jeez.
Matt Harvey dominated the Tigers last time, but he's terrible. So I'm actually going to pick the Tigers.
This is the first time Ben's picked the Tigers. I was literally picking this game against the Orioles just so that Ben would pick the Tigers for once in the pick six.
I'm going to go with the Orioles.
I've been right a lot on my picks, though.
I should check. I should fact check that.
I think I've been pretty right, but you've also picked White Sox Tigers a lot, which is kind of not.
Yeah, I stuck.
Ooh, Sekou is playing.
Well, they're already up 4-0, right? A minute and a half.
5-0 actually, and Jalen Green had a turnover.
Ha! Sucks.
He's terrible.
Take that, Skip
They've been
Bailey.
blocked. Apparently, they've been blocked twice.
That defense is
already. No, the Houston Rockets have blocked the Pistons twice.
Oh yeah, we suck too. Okay.
Already. Okay.
Blue Jays versus Angels on Thursday. We got Jose Barrios versus Shohei Ohtani.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with the Angels because Shohei is electric.
I'm actually going to pick the Blue Jays because
Ariels
Berrios
is not electric. Yeah.
And the Blue Jays have been pretty hot. And
Yeah.
honestly, I think their record is worse than they are. They're a dark horse to make a run, and I kind of hope they make the playoffs because they're fun to watch.
I'm
Jalen Green has
100%
bad
on.
hair.
But watching the, I mean, obviously this is also a good series just because it's probably the two front runners for the AL MVP with Ohtani and Vlad Jr.
Yep.
So that'll be cool.
Home run guys. So yeah.
Here's another interesting one. MLS. We're gonna do some soccer here. We got CF Montreal versus the New York Red Bulls on the 14th. Both teams are 8th and 9th in the MLS standings out of 14.
I'm gonna go with the Red Bulls.
The Red Bulls, because America.
You got to go with America. I think we all got to go Red Bulls, man. I feel weird not doing so.
Yep.
And then golf. The Wyndham Championship is from August 12 to 15. There are 156 attendees. 53 of them are non-American.
Oh.
Will an American finish first and second place? Yes or no?
First and second place? No.
I'm gonna say yes.
With 150. That's
ride that Olympic high, baby.
That is 103.
Xander hasn't been good though. Xander's worn out.
It's 103 Americans versus 53 non-Americans. So that's why I went first and second, because I feel like first might be a little easier.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Oof.
So, Isaiah, you're saying that they will finish first and second?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm kind of leaning towards that as well. Yeah. Okay. So Isaiah and I will go with the Americans.
So in a non-major, the way I look at it with golf, in a non-major, there's just going to be some random, like Henrik Stenson's somehow going to go out there and just shoot 22 under or something stupid. It's like, oh, well, Sweden won. You know what I mean? Like that's just something like that's going to happen. And that just happens.
It does. Yeah. Either way, I still put Isaiah and I picked the Americans and Ben picked the communists. That's what I typed out. So we're going to go with that.
I didn't pick Russia. They don't have any golfers.
You didn't pick the
ROC.
Yeah, the ROC.
It's way too cold there. They don't have golf.
So we did finally get the closeout on the pick six we did 2 weeks ago, where it was going to be an over under 8.5 total USA medals in rowing, diving, and fencing.
Mm-hmm.
It was under. The U.S. only had 5 total medals in those 3 events.
Nice.
So I did finally get to close that out. The total standings going into this week: Ben is 19 and 11, Isaiah is 16 and 14, and I am 15 and 15. So
we got a bet. We got a bet. By the way,
we do have
to finish up with our bet.
Yeah.
So this is a future.
Okay.
It is not going to be cashed for 152 days.
We're going to forget about this.
No, we won't. Now we're going to win a bunch of money.
That's fair.
We're not.
The odds must be pretty good.
I'm sure in the next couple of weeks, I have a second shift job, so we'll have to talk about schedule. But we're going to do our NFL preview.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to make all our bets futures for the NFL season.
Okay.
So the first one is who wins probably the most contested division in football, the NFC West.
Ooh.
The odds are the LA Rams and the San Francisco 49ers are tied at plus 190. Seattle Seahawks are plus 275, and the Arizona Cardinals are plus 575. So LA Rams and 49ers are tied, and then pretty close behind are the Seattle Seahawks. This is the regular season winner. So,
man,
I'm picking the 49ers.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to go with the 49ers if we're going to actually pick a team. The dark horse would be really fun to pick the Cardinals, because that would be really cool if they just put it all together and we'd win more money. But no, they're not going to do it.
To me, the Seahawks just have too many holes.
It's too tough of a division. Like, yeah, I agree they've got too many holes, but
and the Rams, they just lost Cam Akers. I don't want to say that makes or breaks their season, but I think it does stint it a little bit.
Sure, especially how good he was last year.
And Stafford needs a run game, so he's been proven in that category. I can't in good conscience pick the Rams, despite me wanting to root for Stafford, because I either want Stafford to win a Super Bowl or I want him to get hurt week 1, and then we get the first and second overall pick.
That'd be cool.
So I would have picked the Rams because their defense, I don't know, like if the 49ers really try to make Jimmy Garoppolo work, I think it's going to blow up in their face.
I don't think they need to anymore with Trey Lance.
Yeah, true. I know. Trey Lance should just play.
I think it'll be Garoppolo to start, but I won't be surprised if Lance is the guy.
Yeah, he's going to have a short leash, I bet. I feel more just because I don't see as many holes on that defense. And assuming Nick Bosa is healthy, obviously he's not the end-all be-all on that defense, but like a healthy elite edge rusher is going to define your season. So it's like
Agreed.
I think we also ranked them higher overall on our list. The 49ers finished 8th overall on our list. And then we had the Seahawks 11th. We had the Rams 13th. And we had the Cardinals at 20. So, like, that's actually – that is a very contested division. I bet they're one of the only divisions that have all 4 teams in the top 20.
Well, and the Rams are just, like you said, kind of hot and cold. Like, they have some position groups and players that are, like, the best in football, and then they have some that are, like, butt cheeks. Like, they don't have a running back, but they have a great quarterback. They don't have, like, their defensive line is –
They have no linebackers.
But they have no linebackers. Like, it's too hot and cold, and, like, the 49ers just – they have some weaknesses, but they're just solid, basically everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we should cash in for the 49ers. I feel the best about that.
Agreed.
And we only have $4.50 remaining in our balance.
Oh man, we're gonna have to start Venmoing you.
After placing, no, we'll just go till we don't have any money. I'm not spending real money on this.
So we gotta start winning a few of these.
Yeah, gotta win. I mean, that one. That's why I said that one's not going to cash till June or January 9.
That buys us time to play out. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. We'll see you next week. We're going to do a fantasy football preview. There are rumors out there that are in 2 weeks. The fantasy football or the NFL preview?
I'll get with you about my schedule. I actually think I'm good next week, and then the next.
I thought you said we were good for 2 weeks in a row last time we talked.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Next week we're good. 2 weeks from now.
Well, I might have to work with a different day because it's the NFL preview. I don't want to fall behind in the NFL season kickoff.
We'll figure it out.
But yeah, hoping to do the fantasy football. There are rumors circulating that RJ makes an appearance because he thinks he's the fantasy football champ. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
But we'll see you guys next week.
See you.